if they're not back soon, Kevin's going to be late for that meeting.
Yeah, but surely they know where he's gone to, don't they?
Well, he's had a lot of time off lately. I mean, I know he's a junior partner, but it's not really fair, is it?
Yeah, but Dobson doesn't expect him to let his wife come home on a bus from the hospital, does he?
Still, I'll be glad when things are back to normal. Nobody can afford to take their job for granted these days.
Oh, that reminds me. I better get a moving before they start screaming for me.
Why?
Oh, they're here.
They're never coming.
Oh, beginning to wonder.
Oh, the time she took saying goodbye to the nurses.
You've all been so kind, hello.
Oh, no, lovely. All right.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm dying for a real cup of tea, then. Hello, Mac.
Hello, love. You look as if you've been on holiday, not a hospital.
Hey, what time do you make it?
Oh, just gone 1:30.
I must be. I'll see you tonight, love.
Oh, you haven't had any lunch.
Oh, I'll make up for it later.
Oh,
Yes, I must get going as well, too. Ta-ra,
Okay,
girls.
ta-da.
Right, I'll get the kettle on, and you
starting the garage
in there and put your feet on.
Oh, Mum, you're not starting already.
Well, no harm in being careful.
Oh, feels like I've been away for ages.
I know. Oh, aren't I glad that's all over?
Well, not quite, Mum.
Well, the bit I was dreading, I mean. Now all we have to do is wait to hear that you really are pregnant.
Oh, it'll happen.
Hi, Mac. Hey, you missed out there, mate.
On what?
On that trip to Solihull.
Oh,
A
you
real
tell me.
little money maker, that one.
Big deal.
Now, listen. I buzzes the old doorbell, right? Up she marches in a right tizzy. She's got a right one there, I tell you that. Do you know she didn't even want me to look at the car?
So you had a wasted journey then, didn't you?
Hang about. I gives her the old patter, right? Inside, wipes my feet into the lounge. Half a tumbler full of the old scotch.
Oh, big deal.
Yeah, but there's more to come. Listen to this. I gives her the old patter for a minute or two, listens to what she's saying, and it's obvious that she wants to get rid of me, right?
Yeah, well, that figures, doesn't it?
So, I wait around a little while, out comes the purse. A fiver for me, right?
Fiver?
5 notes, half a tumbler full of Scotch whiskey, and loads of apologies.
Oh, you're a jammy so-and-so.
Yeah, but there's more. She's all nervous, you know what I mean, like twitching and things. As a matter of fact, so much so, she makes Mavis look tranquilized. Then in he comes.
Who?
Banksy and the kid.
Yeah.
So I goes to up me drink, right? But she grabs it off me. I'm bundled out into the passage, so I had to go at him, right?
Oh, you don't half push it.
Gets his wallet out, right? 10 quid for me.
Oh, come off it.
And 4 hours, double time, told me to book it.
And I wouldn't put it past you either.
Pass me the sheet tin, don't worry. Good night, that was for money. Still, pity she's gone, really. She was a bit of a gold mine to me.
Going?
Well, she's going to Canada, isn't she?
Oh.
Giving him the old heave-ho.
There you go again, Sydney.
Yeah, but if you ask me, sort of clearing the decks for him and Sharon, you know. It's a good swap, though. As for her, she'd be bottom book, no takers. Smart move of that Banksy, you know that? I've learned a few tricks from him.
Like what?
Well, like, how do you fancy having a whip round to send Maeve to Siberia?
Oh, yes, all right for some, isn't it? Very good.
Well, you gotta have a laugh. I'm what's the matter?
There's nothing to laugh at, picking our way through this lot for the next couple of weeks. I don't know why I agreed to it.
Because at the end, you're going to have a brand new spanking office.
Yes, well, if I was a wise woman, I'd have put in for a nice spring holiday and let them get on with it.
Oh, well, why didn't you then?
Because I am loyal and considerate and thoughtful, and I did not think of it in time.
Oh, yeah. I've heard talk that she's off. You know, the Mrs. Banksy's wife.
Yes, I had heard, yeah.
Oh, I thought you knew. Anyway, the thing is, you should be laughing, shouldn't you? You know, you two.
Yes, well, his other daughter, Joyce, needs her out there, that's all.
That's nice, isn't it?
What's that?
Being needed.
So you didn't mind me going ahead and asking them?
Mind? Whew, I was really chuffed when Kevin told me. It's just the sort of job I need. I can keep it on for months. As long as I can work out how to use that new cash register thing, it's really complicated.
Oh, Frances will show you how to work it. She's agreed to stay on an extra week to give you some training.
Well, it's certainly a load off our minds. If I did have to give up the job, well, it would have been a worry.
We'd have managed somehow. I had another letter today from the solicitors, Mr. Linton. They want me to go in and see them.
Oh?
About the compensation.
Oh, don't tell me they're going to settle at last.
Well, he doesn't say, but if it means going to court...
Then Mum, you'll go. Don't be silly. You're entitled to something.
Well, it won't be very much. I seem to put more value on property than lives.
Well, whatever it is, you claim it.
I'll see.
If you were on your own without a job, you'd be desperate for money now, any money.
Oh, well, with Dad's pension and my regular wage coming in and you and Kevin helping me with the bills, oh, no, I'm lucky.
Yes, you are. Just think what it would be like to be widowed at your age, with all the outgoings you had when Dad was alive. The mortgage, rates, heating bills, and nothing to live on but your widow's pension.
Of course, if I only had my widow's pension to live on, of course I'd have to get as much out of them as I possibly could. You're right.
Mama, I just want you to have what's due to you. Just promise you'll reply to the letter. Go and see him. See what he wants.
All right.
Hey, boss. Listen, if you think I'm going into overtime to move all this stuff for these brickies, you got another thing coming.
It's only 4 o'clock, Sid.
Is that all? God, it seems like I've been here all day. You know the size of those spiders in there? They're big enough to run in the Grand National, you know that?
All right. How do you fancy delivering the rover?
What, to Stratford?
Yeah. Fill in the rest of the afternoon nicely, wouldn't it?
Get a bowser, kid.
Thank
I'll go
you.
get washed and cleaned and out with it.
And Sid,
What?
did you give Mac his letter?
Letter?
The registered packet that arrived for him this morning.
Oh, would you believe I forgot about it? I stuck it in my back pocket. I forgot. I'm sorry, kid.
It's all right, give him a shout.
Hey, Mac.
Yeah?
You spare a minute?
Yeah, what?
Listen, you don't think I did that on purpose, do you?
Thought never crossed my mind, sir.
Mac's a mate of mine, right?
Yeah. Just wait until tea time, won't you?
No, it's just that the writing looks sort of familiar, like.
Yeah? What's up?
Sid's got something for you.
Oh, yeah? What's up?
Yeah, sorry, Mac. Look, this came for you this morning. I forgot all about it. Put him in pockets. You just reminded me now.
Registered. Oh, it's Trina. Oh, crikey, not another flaming bill. That's all I need now.
Why did she send it here? Why not to your address at the Brownlows?
How would I know how mine works?
Well, and you're going to open it up, isn't it?
Sydney.
Well, it's registered. It might be important, right?
Hey,
What a word.
there's no letter, nothing. What is she playing at now?
Everything went all right, did it?
Yes, floods of tears.
Oh,
you know,
well,
but,
it's only understandable, isn't it?
well, if she'd stayed, she'd have cracked under the strain, in my opinion.
But it's best thing all round.
Hi, Glenda.
Hello.
Home safe and sound, then?
Well, so far.
I meant to come and see you at the hospital, but
Oh, it's all right. Not as if I was ill or anything.
even so, but, you know, with one thing and another.
I know.
Well, I'll slip out and put the kettle on. I expect you could do with a nice cup of tea after that long drive, couldn't you?
So, you've come on your own then?
Yes, I borrowed Auntie Marian's car. Well, she was meant to be coming too, but the other receptionist was off sick,
Oh,
so...
it's always the way, isn't it? How was your mum, really, Anna?
Brave. Poor love. It was all my idea, you know.
What?
The whole thing of her going away
Oh, I didn't realise that.
seemed to be the only way.
For what exactly?
To bring Daddy to his senses.
Ah,
Well, what with one thing and another, you know. She was giving him a hard time while she was still here, which is understandable.
of course.
But she was the one left suffering when he nipped back to Sharon for comfort. Wasn't what seemed to me as a fair balance. So, the way I see it, now she's gone, he'll feel more guilt.
I hope you're right.
No one else seemed to have any better suggestions.
Kevin didn't have a clue, really.
I'm glad you said that, not me. Still, he had a lot on his plate, didn't he?
Won't be a couple of minutes. So what are your plans then, love, now your mum's gone?
Oh, well, I'll have to get back to work, but I guess I can spare another week. Got a hell of a lot to do.
Well, like what?
Daddy.
Well, now I'm up and about again, why don't you come for a meal, you and your dad, me and Kevin, just family? Would help, wouldn't it?
Help what?
Well, to patch things up.
Oh, patching up wasn't quite what I had in mind. More tearing apart. And the sooner I start that, the better.
So, what do you think of Penny's little scheme?
I think Sally's making a big mistake.
But why? She wasn't doing any good here, was she? She was just upsetting herself.
She's left the field wide open, hasn't she?
Or giving them a blessing, you know.
Well, it looks like it that she should have stuck to her guns and stayed in the family home.
Mum, come on, it's over. Whether we like it or not. Sharon and Oliver, they're a couple, they're living together.
Oh, Glenda.
All right, it's not legal, but it's a fact.
Oh, I don't see it that way. A man should have more control over his feelings. Leaving his wife after all these years, all the things they've shared together.
I'd be surprised if they shared anything, except perhaps the children. And even then, you could never have called them a happy family even before he met Sharon.
You're changing your tune a bit, aren't you?
Well, perhaps I am. I really do think that Sharon will be better for Oliver than Sally ever was. She's more understanding. She's more intelligent. It's what he needs.
Oh, and his needs are all that matters, I suppose.
Oh, I'll give him a chance. Maybe Sally will meet some rich Canadian and live happily ever after.
Oh, very convenient. If only life worked out like that.
Well, she's gone. I'll give Kevin a break. He won't have to keep going round there every 5 minutes. What time is it? It's not 6, is it?
Oh, no, that clock's fast.
Oh, right. I'll have a bath, I think, before Kevin gets back. Use some of that lovely soap Rachel got me.
Don't run the water too hot, mind.
No, I won't. Listen, Mum, while I'm gone, why don't you ring Mr. Linton?
What?
Well, you promised.
Oh, it's too late now. 6 o'clock, there won't be anybody at the office.
Solicitors work late, especially when they've been in court all afternoon. Go on, you ring him up.
All right. Hello?
Is Daddy here?
Not back yet. Come on in, come in.
Don't tell me he started that already.
What's that?
Working late at the office and keeping you waiting.
Well, I'll get him trained.
I don't think so, do you?
No, I don't think so. He will do what he has to do, and then he will come home, and that's okay with me.
10 out of 10. Hope you'll always feel that way.
Can I take your coat? I take it you can wait for him, yes?
Oh, yes. I grew up waiting for Daddy. That's nothing new. I've been to the airport.
Huh?
To see Mummy off.
Oh, that was today, was it?
Yes. Didn't you know?
Well, I had some idea, but...
Ah, you mean to say he didn't mention it? He actually got through breakfast without heaving a sigh of relief.
He said something about it a couple of days ago, but we haven't really talked about it since.
Well, that's cool if you like. Still, I suppose that's a subject you'd prefer to avoid, isn't it?
What's that?
Mummy.
Yes. Well, we have rather overdone that one, so...
How about us? Me, Joyce, Kevin. Do we come into calculations?
Well...
Or have we been wiped off the face of the earth, too?
Oh, please don't be like that about it, Penny.
How would you like me to be?
Well, I'm not asking for sudden miracles. Sit yourself down.
Then you won't be disappointed.
Look, we've all been a little bit shaken, yes?
Some more than others.
But just wait until the dust settles, and maybe we can build relationships.
Oh, looking for the seal of approval, are we?
Yeah. Yes, I would like that, because I don't want to go through my life being disapproved of.
I'll bet.
But if it has to be, I can live with it.
Oh, yes, I dare say you can. But not him. My daddy can't. You see, I know what he's really like before you try to change him.
Everybody out?
Oh, hello, love. Yes, Glenda's upstairs having a bath, and Mac phoned to say he's working overtime, getting the place ready for your little lot tomorrow.
That's what I like to hear.
Big job, is it, the work you're doing at the garage?
Ah, fairish. Whole new forecourt layout, bigger office, workshop. How's Glenda been?
Oh, fine. I thought she'd be worrying herself sick, you see, after what happened to Rachel, but she's been ever so sensible about it.
Oh, that's good.
We had a visitor this afternoon.
Oh, who's that?
Penny. Just seen your mum off at the airport.
Got off all right, did she?
Oh, seems so.
Let's hope she has a nice holiday.
Is that what it is, Kevin? A holiday? I mean, you don't think she's gone for good?
No, of course not. They'd like Dad to think that, of course.
Oh?
It's obvious what they're up to. It's another one of Penny's little harebrained schemes. She's managed to persuade Mum that if she's abroad, Dad'll come to his senses, leave Sharon, come running after her, beg her to come back, and living in a dream world. All they're going to get out of Dad's a big sigh of relief.
It's a bit hard, isn't it?
Just facing facts, love. He's crazy about Sharon, and he's very happy with her.
I can never understand how people can be happy at other people's expense.
Yeah, we've been reading too many magazines.
Ah, you're home. Good. Hello.
That's what I've been missing.
So, have you rung Mr. Linton?
No, he wasn't in.
Mum.
But I've made an appointment to see him the day after tomorrow.
Good. He wants to see her about the compensation.
Oh, about time.
That's what I said.
Listen. You remember that house we lost when you went walkabout in London? Well, there's one going in the same street, almost identical.
Oh, we can't buy it.
Well, I know we've got to pay Ron back first.
No, I wasn't thinking about Ron. He'd wait. No, it's Mum. If we left here, she wouldn't be able to keep the place up, not now.
She's got a job, a good pension from the civil service, not to mention a widow's mite.
Suppose she lost her job.
Not much likelihood of that, is there?
You never know, do you? I mean, at her age, she might find it all a bit much for her. Not now, but in a year or two.
So we're stuck here for good then?
Would you mind?
No, so long as you're happy.
I don't fancy the idea of leaving her. And not just because of the baby coming either.
It has been calamitous. Nobody is denying that. And I know it must have been dreadful to see your mother torn apart. Well, I can imagine how dreadful it must have been. But the breakup was inevitable. There was no way they were going to stay together. You've got to believe that, Penny. We did try to avoid it every way we could think of.
A lock on the bedroom door might have helped.
It wasn't that. All right. All right. Part of it was that. But it wasn't just that. It didn't even start on that level, you know.
Oh, I see. Real romance, was it?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Poor old Daddy didn't stand a chance, did he? He found a glass slipper to fit your pretty foot and then whoops, straight into the four-poster.
Oh, well, if you're going to be that silly, it doesn't seem too much point even talking.
No, there's no point at all. Are you saying these things just to try and convince yourself?
No.
Madly in love with you? Oh, grow up for pity's sake. You are Daddy's bit on the side. Does that hurt too much to bear? Now, dear old Daddy, being the sweetie that he really is, he'll have wrapped it all up so that you wouldn't notice that. He'd fall in love first, or go through the motions, just to spare your feelings. But we are not talking about forever and ever amen. Oh, no, no way. That hit home, did it? That hurt a bit? The truth tends to.
If you're the favourite daughter, thank God I've been spared Joyce.
Who said anything about favourites?
Nobody.
I want to know.
Of all his children, your father chooses you. Don't ask me for why, because in every other direction he has perfect taste.
How dare you talk about Daddy and me like that?
Look, I have sat here very patiently, taking everything you can throw at me. That was just a little rebound. It's not very nice, is it?
Don't you dare ever speak to my father about me. Is that quite clear?
What the hell's going on?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing, the lady says. If this is what she calls nothing...
I could hear right under the front door.
Then I hope it got through to you, because nothing seems to get through her thick skull.
Now cut that out.
Daddy, do you know what I did today? I took Mummy to the airport and I put her on a plane that will take her 3,000 miles away. Now, I dare say that news will bring joy to your heart. Shall I tell you what you did to hers? It broke it. And I had to stand there and watch it. And then I come over here to pass that little gem on to you. And like always, I had to wait, and I had to wait with her. And when her stupid little conversation got around to the truth, it hurt too much and she couldn't take it. I said goodbye to my mum today. For all it seems to matter, I might just as well say the same to you.
Now, Penny!
Hey. Oh, come on, come on. She didn't mean it. She just wanted to hurt you, that's all.
And she did.
I know, darling, I know.
It's so hard to be without her now. Honestly.
I know that, but so does she. So don't let her trade on it, eh?